QR code to catch
Top of the 8th here in Sacramento. The Astros and the A's all tied at 1. Jeremy Pena at the plate. The leadoff hitter facing JT Ginn, who comes in for another inning of work.
Normally by Trey, but now working out of the bullpen for the first time this year. So Marcante is going to call on him for a third inning of work. There is bullpen action going.
Third inning of work for JT Ginn, being a long reliever tonight. As he misses outside, it's 2 balls and no strikes on Jeremy Pena.
Did allow a hit to Victor Caratini, but
Mason Miller warming up his arms.
Double play.
There's another.
Marcante and Scott Emerson happy to get a new arm out of their bullpen. Their bullpen has been struggling this season.
Another arm warming up, but I couldn't tell who it was, as that's a strike on Pena, 2-1.
This year, which is the lowest ERA of any bullpen in baseball, or the highest ERA. 7.45 in the last 37 games to move up to almost 6 on the season.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Baseballs next to us, they do the
dropped the sinker below the zone and got Pena to swing over it.
Here in Sacramento, just like they did in Oakland. It's our old buddy Tony Kemp, TK2. There he is. He's doing pregame and postgame shows on the network here for the A's.
Pena strikes out swinging. Breaking ball, got him to cut and miss. 1 out.
Tony Kemp, tonight was his first night on the pre and postgame show. He's going to do a little TV work, a little radio work. Former Astro and A's player, now back as a broadcaster for the first time tonight.
Some aggressive arms in that booth over there.
And that was great smoke.
I think they can start taking that personal.
First pitch to Isak is at the knees. Strike 1, the slider. Isak's 0 for 2. He also has a walk. And he takes strike 2 at the knees.
Isak has seen
sinker this time.
25 pitches in his first 3 at-bats. So far, JT Ginn has looked very good coming back from the IL.
Payoff pitch from Ginn. It's a slider outside for ball 1. One out, game all tied at 1, top of the 8th.
To Mississippi State.
Here's the 1-2 delivery, and it's in the dirt. Count tied at 2.
That's in the second round of the 2020 draft. And came over in that Chris Bassett deal at the beginning of the season in 2022.
2-2 offering. Got him looking. Sinker that wrapped around and ended up in the zone. Freezes Isak, and there's 2 outs. Back-to-back strikeouts for JT Ginn.
Now a message from Lock Solutions.
We're Lock, and we're leading precast.
Here's Jose Altuve.
Added Sutter Health Park to his list of
He has the only Astros run tonight. He hit a solo shot.
Also his flight out to left end. Had a great play turned on him as he grounded one down the line his last time up at Max Muncy. Made a great play to rob him on a hit.
First pitch is a sinker that misses outside. Ball 1.
Everything today.
Altuve, one of the Astros franchise greats.
The home run to left, the fly out to left, and the ground ball down the line. He has,
as he takes a strike,
of his
a sinker right down the pipe for strike 1. A lot of movement from that sinker from Ginn. Really nice pitch. Altuve, one of the franchise legends of this Houston Astros ball club, trying for another clutch hit, and that's a strike. Up and in, strike 2. It's the sinker again.
Astros have their bullpen going again. They've been going 1 inning at a time. Looks like Brian King will get the next inning.
Brian King warming up in the Astros pen. Here's the payoff to Altuve. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase the slider to end the inning. And this game remains tied heading into the bottom of the 8th. Let's see what the A's can do. We'll be right back from Sutter Health Park.
be highly
New
effective.
pitcher
So a
Brian
little bit
King in the
different mix
game.
from Brian Gustin.
Looking to keep things tied heading into the ninth.
Right now, tied at 1 apiece as
29
King
innings
comes in
pitched,
for
2.79
pitch number
ERA, and he plunks Max Schumann on the first pitch.
First batter he faces is hit by a pitch. Max Schumann, who drew a walk last time, is hit by the first pitch thrown by King on this night.
And not ideal for Brian King. That got him on the knee.
Uncharacteristically wild with that first pitch. Sweeper got Schumann. Last time we saw an inning let off for Brian King where he hit a batter and spiraled.
Here's Lawrence to the plate.
Let's see King pitching that Minnesota
And he
series.
showed bunt
His last
and
out
fouled
of
it
the
right into
final
Victor
game against
Caratini.
The White Sox on Thursday as Lawrence Butler showed bunt and bunted it.
0-1. Lawrence is 0 for 3. Reached on
Okay
air.
with him bunting.
Yeah, I'm with you. He's a pretty dynamic player. He's got pop. If he wants to give the Astros an out, might take a chance and take it, but they're going to move that base runner into scoring position with the hottest hitter in the league on deck.
0-1. Swing and a miss.
Swings away and misses the high fastball. 0-2.
High and inside fastball, and Lawrence went after it and didn't find it. Quickly down 0-2.
The major leagues.
Gotta dig back in here. Gotta refocus. Take a calm, deep breath. And he strikes out swinging.
Pitches.
Fastball right down
Pitch, wave to the next two. Brian
the
King,
pipe.
a three-pitch strikeout, getting Lawrence Butler.
Three-pitch strikeout from Brian King to Lawrence Butler. 1 out.
Took advantage of that early strike and proceeded to just put him away with fastballs.
A double play sets things to the ninth tie at 1.
Jacob Wilson will bat.
Here's
So
Jacob Wilson,
coming
the rookie.
down to the
First
strikeout
pitch
tonight against Brian
is
Gustin.
high heat.
Takes the
Ball
pitch
1.
above the zone, 1-0.
Not again where this pill makes me freaking sleepy, man. Damn depression pill. That's fouled off.
Still got a rare strikeout
1-1.
on Wilson back in the third inning to end the inning. Coming in, one strikeout every 16.76 plate appearances. Luis Ariz better at putting the ball in play in the major leagues.
1-1. That is fouled off third base side.
Almost got Brett Rooker, who is waiting to come out of the dugout.
Ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. Fouled off. Schumann, the game's go-ahead run at first.
Pitcher of the night.
1 out.
Gone with just 2 pitchers.
Game tied at 1, bottom of the 8th.
JT Ginn.
9th pitch of Brian King's outing right here. And Wilson hits a fly ball, shallow right, and coming in, it's going to drop in front of Cam, throw to second, and they do get the force at second, 2 outs.
Schumann and try and figure out where to go as a base runner. That ball was in
Jacob
the air.
Wilson ends up at first, Max Schumann's out at second, as that was a long run in by Cam,
You can do as a base
and
runner
dropped
now.
just in front of him, and he just fired it to second.
The catch is made and he can go back to first base or it kicks away.
Ended up
That
right
goes
into his
to
bare hand, and
Cam Smith, who
it
threw a
worked out as
strike to
Pena
Jerry
covered
Pena.
second and applied the
Schumann
force.
Debating with his feet.
It's a pretty nice play by Cam to pick it cleanly after it bounced up right by his waist. Now Tyler Soderstrom, the batter.
Here's Tyler to the plate, lefty-lefty. Swing and a miss.
6 Bueller's choice.
Inside fastball, strike 1. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up for Tyler
For
Soderstrom.
3. He was robbed on that great play by Luis Guillorme going into shallow left field. One of the better plays we have seen all season.
That's fouled
Now
back,
King gets ahead 0-2.
and Tyler's down 0-2.
It's going to hurt Cam's outs above average. That last one had a 70% catch probability.
0-2, 2 outs. The payoff to end the inning. And it's a sweeper way outside, ball 1.
and leads baseball amongst right fielders in outs above average.
Ripped into right field, base hit. Cam's firing the third as Wilson made the turn. Here comes the throw, and they go to second, and Tyler's safe. He almost fell off the bag, but he didn't. And now the A's have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs, the bottom of the 8th.
Let's take a look. This is going to be a big replay.
He came off the bag after the slide.
As Tyler ripped it into right field,
Ball was ripped into
went
right
over the
field.
leaping Altuve, way over his head. And Joe Espada's challenging the play at second. As Wilson slides in the third, as the throw to Guillermo is off line.
Little fake attempt at trying to obstruct. But the play they're going to review is at second base.
And then Wilson ended up running into Guillermo, so there might be obstruction at third.
Yeah, there's
But the play they're reviewing is second base. Mark Kurtz is having a chat about the third base play.
At third base, Jacob Wilson looking at the replay that they're looking at in New York of the play in second on Soderstrom. I think that fooled Cam that Jacob Wilson decided to go for third.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Here's the play at second.
He kind of hopped off the bag a little bit right there, trying to get his body under control.
Yeah, does the foot leave the bag?
He did
entirely?
hop off
Yes.
the bag.
And I think Pena still had the glove on him. It looks like the foot comes
Let's see.
completely
They got to
off.
slow this down. Here's the obstruction play where Jacob Wilson runs into
Yeah.
Guillermo, and he's standing right in the baseline.
I just don't think that was.
After review, the runner came off the base. The call will return. The runner's out. Houston retains the challenge.
Joe Espada wins the challenge as Tyler hopped off of second, and Jeremy Pena had the tag still applied to him. We head to the 9th, all tied at 1 after a very crazy play to end the 8th inning here in Sacramento. We'll be right back. See if what Houston can do with their bats at the top of the 9th. New pitcher in the top of the 9th. It's the A's closer. Mason Miller is in. 25.1 innings, a 5.33 ERA, 43 strikeouts to 14 walks. He's had an inconsistent season after a dominant rookie year, as he gets Christian Walker to go around just enough for strike 1.
13 of the 17 hardest pitches recorded in the major leagues this year, including the hardest one of the season.
And that's a slider that runs way outside, and that count is tied up at 1. Walker's got 1 hit in 3 at-bats. It was a single.
Miller, so perhaps the Astros will not see him tomorrow as he pitches here in the first game of this 4-game series. Christian,
That's strike 2.
the outside edge.
Fastball that caught the edge. Just enough. Walker calls time.
Felt like that was off the plate. He's 1 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, he was right.
Did look like it may have not caught the play. But it's 1-2 anyway. That misses outside, and the count is tied.
Walker has never faced Miller before.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Christian Walker.
Astros have never scored a run against Miller. And only had
Got him looking! Fastball dotted up on the edge. 1 gone, and Christian Walker is pissed.
He and Doug Eddings have a few words as he heads back to the dugout. Now Joe Espada getting into it from the dugout. He's not happy with
Joe
that.
Espada not happy either. We might get an ejection here in a second.
You can see Joe saying all night, that may not have been the pitch that was off the outside edge. I think it was that second strike that was called that was off the outside edge, so frustrating the Astros with a variety of...
First pitch is a ground ball from Jake Myers right to Muncy. Throw is high, and Kurtz just tags Myers. 2 outs.
Tag is Nick Kurtz for out number 2. Now a word from Reliant.
Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Astros.
And here's the rookie Cam to the plate.
Cam
With 2 outs to the top of the ninth, and the game's still tied at 1. He does have a hit. It was a double. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider in there at 100. Blown by him. Wow, slider at 100.
One hit allowed
Wow.
by Miller in his 8th career.
It looked a lot like a fastball. That's crazy. Slider again, he just misses high. Good take by the rookie Cam. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider on the edge, and Cam cuts and misses. It's 1-2. Brian Abreu's warming up in the Astros pen. Mason Miller to try and send things to the bottom of the ninth. Cam trying to extend Houston's offensive period. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase the slider outside. And Mason Miller gets the Astros to go down quietly. We head to the bottom of the ninth. A's can walk it off. We'll be right back from Suter Health Park. Bottom of the ninth. Astros 1. A's 1. Brent Rooker will be the first batter for the A's in the bottom of the ninth against Brian Abreu. 31 innings pitched, 1.45 ERA, 41 strikeouts to 17 walks. He's been really good, just like Mason Miller, and he'll try and force extras. First pitch is fouled straight back. 0-1. Brent Rooker in his last at-bat flew out to left.
4, 5, and 6 2 up. Brent Rooker, Nick Kurtz,
Off the end of his bat.
and Max Muncy.
That's a fastball outside, and the count's tied at 1.
Pitcher of the night, Oker, Dubin, and King all throwing shutout innings behind Ryan Justo.
Rooker is a power bat. He can win it with one swing of the bat. 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2. Slider that runs outside. Two-one offering. Thought about it, but pulled back and missed outside. 3-1. Count in Brent's favor. Big pitch here, 3-1 delivery. And it misses down. It's a leadoff walk drawn by Brent Rooker. Oh. Why is it every time in the freaking ninth? Oh my internet goes. You gotta be kidding me. It's like it knows when I'm recording. It knows when I'm recording. So it just shuts off. Let me go to the A's broadcast. Alright, we're back. Nick Kurtz is ahead in the count 1-0. And as I like to say, when a leadoff walk happens.
The ninth inning was yesterday.
Oh,
Nick Kurtz
for pitchers,
with a homer.
leadoff walks, never good. As Abreu misses again, 2 balls and no strikes. Most runs scored in the ninth inning or later. Diamondbacks lead with 51, Dodgers second 46, Angels third 44, the A's fourth at 43, and the Brewers fifth with 42. As we got a mound visit going on between the pitching coach, Caratini, and Brian Abreu. Christian Walker and Brent Rooker having a little discussion at first. As the rookie, Nick Kurtz,
Doug Eddings will come break it up.
In-
Josh Miller will head back to the dugout. Back to work for Brian Abreu.
a hitter's count here.
Brian Abreu, no stranger to throwing up zeros, Jen. He's been scoreless in 29 out of the 31 appearances. Had a nice little scoreless run. 16
2-0 offering.
scoreless outings.
Swing and a miss. Chase the slider in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike on Kurtz.
Well, and I think
That was a
exactly
ugly
what
swing.
Kurtz was looking for. Fastball.
No one out, bottom of the ninth, game tied. Rooker at first, the winning run. 2-1 offering from Abreu, and Nick Kurtz destroys it to right. This game is over. Second walk-off homer of his rookie season, 7th of the year, and it was no doubt about it, gone.
Laser missile. That was an absolute bomb. A bomb off the bat of Nick Kurtz.
3-1, the A's walking off thanks to the explosion of a home run by Nick Kurtz. And what a win for the A's at home. See y'all later. RB out. Peace. Second walk-off homer of his rookie season for Nick Kurtz. How often do you see that?